I personally think Dan's probably going to keep falling as the season runs on. Who knows? DeAndre Hopkins is back. Maybe I eat my words and he jumps back up the table.
Well, some of the videos did not age well. Some of my predictions did not age well. But it's 2023. It's a new season. The commissioner's back with your power rankings and weekly wrap-ups. Let's start with the wrap-ups real quick. We'll go through them real quick. Pascal takes down John 152 to 129. Dallas defense and Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, they all went off. John looked consistent, though. He looked good. Aaron beats Doug, a very beat-up and hurt team. But Aaron played extremely well. His team really did well. Miles beats Taylor 129-103. That's a huge rivalry we don't talk about is Miles Taylor. And to kick off the season, I mean, there's bad blood there. There's some serious fantasy bad blood. Then we go to, I feel like every time Andrew and Dan play each other, it's just a low scoring battle. Like it seems like this happens all the time. But Dan gets the win 95-77. Lastly, I think the best matchup of the week was Noah versus Jesse. Noah gets the win 120-118, and really Tyreek Hill. It was the Tyreek Hill show. The rest of Noah's team was not great. Wasn't bad, but was not great. But 120, 44 points for Tyreek Hill. That's insane. We'll shift right into the power rankings to number 10, Doug. And it hurts me to put him there. I mean, we want him to do well. We wish him well. Nice Doug seems like he's gone. He's dead. But it's he's hurt. It seems like the whole team's down. And no one loses on week one, though. No one loses the season week one, so he can bounce back. We don't want to see anybody's season be over week one. And so we're praying for Doug, we're praying for his team, and praying for a healthy recovery for some of his players. J.K. Dobbins' career is probably done. Aaron Rodgers' career is probably done. And so Garrett Wilson getting passes from Zach Wilson does not help. Number 9 is Andrew. But here's the thing. He had a horrible week. You never want to start week one under 100 points. But he should be better. A lot of his players underperformed, but I think Andrew will climb back up the ladder. Number 8 is Taylor, and she needs Kelsey back, and maybe needs to do some waiver claims. We'll see, but, Taylor, we were all high on, especially myself, but I don't see Taylor, as of right now, being one of the top teams like she was last year. Dan at number 7, it's hard to call, but, if you look at his team, you think they should drop or be lower, but I have been wrong so many times about him that I'm going to have him at 7, but he could go number 1, he could win the league again, he's going to find a way to sneak into the finale. Like, we just know it at this point, He's always in the top, the semifinals and the playoffs, so for now, Dan at 7. Number 6, Jesse, had a decent week, but he should get better. He looks motivated. He's managing his team well so far. Maybe making too many pickups, giving up on players too soon, but we'll see. Jesse had a good week. Didn't necessarily deserve to win. Didn't deserve to lose either. So he's at 6. Number 5 is Noah. He was 1 but carried by Hill. And you can't be a one-trick pony. You can't be a one-player team. So he's going to be at 5. He was a big, he was the second lowest winner with 120, but we'll see how he does throughout the season. Next we have Miles. Miles had a perfectly balanced week, and he probably could shoot up the rankings even further in the next couple of weeks. We'll see how he does. This might shock people at number 3 being a losing team, but John, every single player hit their projection. And when that happens, you have a consistent team right there. So I think that John, being one of the more consistent teams, should be poised to have a good year. As long as he does good management, stays off the trades, I think John, we might have seen a new John at number 3. Number 2 is Pascal. And the reason why he's not number 1 after a 150 week is because defense and kickers don't win championships. They might in the NFL, but they don't in fantasy. So 45, 50 points came from those two positions. So like, you can't win a championship that way. So his team looks great as of now, but not a favorite to win it all as of right now. And Aaron picked up where he left off, 140. Every player did great. The only weakness Aaron has is the weakness he had all year last year, is his bench. His bench was not what it needed to be, just like last year, and we'll see what happens throughout the year. This is going to change. This is just week 1. Don't freak out. We'll go straight into the predictions. We'll be quick. Jonking Jerklers, Diddleman. I'm going to go with the Jonklers, favored by almost 20 points, so we'll go there. Andrew versus Miles. You got Mario Tennis versus Perfectly Balanced. I think Andrew probably has a bounce back week, so I'll take him winning that one. We got Aaron versus John. Now, Aaron is the number 1 team in the power rankings. John is number 3. I was tempted to put John higher, but I couldn't with a loss. So I'm going to put John winning this and probably grabbing the number 1 power ranking spot. Then we go to Doug versus Jesse. Jesse wins this. Doug, it's going to be a couple weeks. It's a rebuild. It's an in-season rebuild. Then we got Dan versus Noah, and Saquon, Derrick Henry, Justin Fields, all had bad weeks. And not bad weeks because of rain or anything. They just did not look good. But I don't think Noah's has the best team. So I'm gonna say a split. I'm not gonna pick one necessarily, but if you put a gun to my head, I'd go with Dan. And that's your weekend wrap up. That's your power rankings, and that is your projections. I'm not feeling great right now. Got a bit of a headache, but I'm feeling good. The season's great. It's good to be back. It's good to have the group back together. We'll see how the season plans out. And if I had to pick a winner of the championship right now, I'm going to go with my heart, and I'm going to say Noah gets his first ever championship. He rides the bull this year. That's your commissioner pick. That's unbiased opinion. Commissioner Noah rides the bull this year. Tyreek Hill carries him to a championship. But that's your weekend wrap-up. That's everything you need to know. So thank you guys. Looking forward to the rest of the season, and I'll see you on Sunday.